My friends and relatives have made it to universities abroad without any help, and if they can do it, I can do it too. We are sure that you must have asked this statement to yourself over and over again, even after struggling to curate your perfect profile to apply to universities abroad for the upcoming priority deadlines. And it is only fair. We don't blame you. Applying to universities abroad can be an expensive fare. So you would want to naturally save up every single penny before you fly out to your dream destination. But what if we told you that having an unbiased counseling service can actually help you save a hefty sum of money which you would have otherwise spent trying to apply to the best universities out there? You'd be interested, right? So let's take it from the top and answer two major questions. Number one, how will having a counselor benefit me in terms of application? And number two, how can I save money using a service like Yorkit Premium? The first question that comes to mind of every serious study abroad aspirant is whether or not a study abroad counselor is actually going to help them and guide them through their application process. And rightly so. But the way we look at it, this question is more about the narrative of how easy and fair you want this process to be. Number one, unbiased counseling and round-the-clock feedback. When you have a dedicated counselor by your side, you always have a gateway to voice your opinions and get feedback. Now, whether it is the matter of selecting the right set of universities based on your profile or factoring in the relevant information for selecting a country, a dedicated counselor will always take in your opinions before giving away any recommendations. In fact, in many cases, having the right counselor also help you unlock and unearth the potential in your profile, because sometimes you may miss out on the amazing profile details that you have, but because they have dealt with so many students, it's easier for them to spot it and help you understand it so that you can aim high and achieve the highest. However, there are many counselors in the market who are working with universities directly instead of working with you. These services can be availed at a very little cost, and some of them will be biased towards the universities that they are in partnership with. While there is nothing wrong with having these partnerships, provided that they give you ample transparency about these partnerships, since this process will be a little new for you, it is important to evaluate the right set of options so that you do not end up settling for less than what you deserve. The most important part of applying to any university is the way you curate and present your information and profile to the universities. And while each university is generous enough to lay down their entry requirements, collating all the documents and fine-proofing them according to the university standards can sometimes take your sleep away. When you have a dedicated counseling service like Yorkit Premium, you get access to highly articulate editors and other senior counselors to help you create an all-star profile. You can work with them to create the first draft of important documents such as the SOP, LOR, resume, etc. and they will refine it so that your story can come into light in the most pristine way. And in case you thought that you can just copy-paste your SOP from someone else's, just know that plagiarism is taken very seriously in the West. So our advice is to never intentionally fall in the trap of saving time and effort only to be banned by the university you've always envisioned yourself in. Number three, having a guide, a mentor, and a friend all in one person. Applying to universities is a long and tiring process, and you need to make sure that you're patient enough so that you are applying to universities that not only match your potential but complement it. When you have a counselor, you can easily reach out to them when you're feeling demotivated, tired, or impatient, and they will reach back to you with stories full of success and facts that should be enough to keep you motivated and keep you going. Applying to universities abroad is a marathon and not a sprint. Even the world's fastest marathon runners all have a coach or a guide that will help them with their mental and physical preparation. After all, it's not about whether the counselor believes in you or not, it's more about whether the counselor can make you believe in yourself. Okay, so now that you have the benefits of having a counselor by your side at all times during your study abroad process, let's dive into how subscribing to one such service can actually help you save a lot of money. But before we dive into those points, ask yourself, why are you investing in your international education today? It's so that you can upskill yourself, get good jobs, build network, etc. Ultimately, it's all so that you can reap the benefits in the long run, right? Try to look at counseling in the same point of view. You invest into getting good admits, save money, and to ensure that you do not wear yourself out from the paths that were not so easy to crack. Anyway, here's how you will end up saving more money with the help of a counselor. Saving application cost and cutting down reapplication cost. An important expense that many students fail to consider at the beginning of their application journey is the application fees. This cost may look very minimal on the onset, but once you start applying to universities abroad, the aggregated cost may burn a hole in your pocket. And what if you make a small error? What if you apply to all irrelevant universities? And what if you apply to more universities than required? Just keep multiplying the small cost and you will understand what I'm saying. Application cost does not feel like a burden, but if you have to pay the same price twice owing to a small mistake, it can start feeling like one. However, when you have an experienced counselor right by your side guiding you, you're able to put forward error-free documents that process in one go, but you're also able to save thousands of dollars, if not less, based on the right set of universities that you shortlist. Additionally, when you apply through a service provider like Yockit, you also get to experience a wide range of perks, including application fee waiver from the university end or student grants to a selected set of universities based on the availability from the university's end. Every student who applies to universities abroad also thinks of the possibility of bagging a voluminous scholarship to help them brave the expense of studying abroad in a relaxed environment, so they are not constantly worrying about the overall cost. When you're taking counseling services, your counselor will not only help you selecting the right set of universities based on your profile, they will also help you with the set of scholarships that you can bag based on your curated profile. They will help you with the documentation that is required for the scholarship, ensure that you meet the priority deadlines, and also make sure that during your interview, you are the best version of yourself so that you're able to beat the competition and secure the funds for yourself. According to the University of Pennsylvania, students who apply during the first round of applications are more likely to not only secure an admit but also a scholarship because the pool of applicants is small. And to give you some Yockit trivia, students who applied for fall 2023 with Yockit counselors have already bagged $10 million worth of scholarship, and the number is rising by the minute. Number 3. High value student loan, low interest rate. The term student loan can give students goosebumps in two situations. Number 1, your loan is not sanctioned, and number 2, your loan is sanctioned but now you have to pay it back. Securing a student loan itself is a super daunting task given the list of compliances that never seem to end. And with so many providers having so many terms and conditions, the graph of perplexity never seems to have a downward trend. But once you apply with an experienced service like Yockit Premium, not only do you get easy loan sanctions from our list of loan providers, the team automatically collates offerings from our network of 20 plus loan providers to give you loans with the highest value and the lowest interest rates. Because when you're looking to secure a loan of 30 to 40 lakhs to fund your education, every percent of interest counts. Number 4, Yockit's profile-specific scholarship. At Yockit, our goal is to enable world-class education for every willing student, and therefore, we also offer scholarships to dedicated students for the Yockit Premium plan. If you're ready to flap your wings and get on with this journey, we'll be more than happy to facilitate it in every possible means. Just take the first step. By the way, we also have an in-depth video about how Yockit Premium helps you through the entire journey with our tech-backed and expert-led solutions. So do check that out as well.